If I asked an average Ukrainian to describe a local park ranger, I would hear stereotypes and cliches. Many of them might be true. They would say that they have poor quality of life, their salaries are very low, around $7,000 per year. They drink a lot. In addition, they involve in many corrupt schemes with illegal logging, fishing, and hunting, not to mention poor support from the governments. But wait, what's on your mind if I ask you to imagine a United States park ranger? How it's like to be? Maybe first you're imaging the beautiful nature of US parks, maybe particular park, the Grand Canyon, the Yellowstone, the Yosemite. US has incredible nature that you can visit. But uh, not only landscapes, but different creatures around. And those natural reserves don't always exist. The world's first natural park was established in 1872 by Congress and Ulysses Grant, President Ulysses Grant. People came all over the world by train and stagecoaches to see its unbelievable wild colors of springs, the the gazers shooting hundreds feet into the sky, and the nature. You can see the size of elks, wolves, and bears there. Between 1900 and 1909, the President Roosevelt, who believed that experiencing nature was instrumental in building American character, created 5 parks, including Yosemite. But what about park ranger? How they become as we know them now? It has started in 1916 when President Woodrow Wilson signed up the act to establish a National Park Service run by the federal government. By its 100th anniversary in 2016, the National Park Service employed more than 20,000 people and more than 300,000 volunteers. That's incredible. Now the Park Service preserves monuments, Butterfield, national parks, other sites, but 59 national parks are still the cream of the crop. Each one protects the unique nature that you can't see anywhere else. The main responsibility of the park ranger are inspect the park, the US Service, by checking trails and clearing them if necessary, protect animals and people if needed, help to stop or contain forest fires, and also educate adults and kids and prepare illustrated presentation about park features, as well as develop environmental educational program for schools. Also, it would be helpful to understand that such a job includes lots of concerns that you need to aware of. Most of the time, a ranger will be far from big cities. Natural weather disaster involve all of your time to the rescue process and lots of physical activities. So park ranger need to be physically strong. I visited 6 national parks, and I remember the first time that I met park ranger. It was surrounded by crowd of kids. They was capture all his attention and looked at many vast pockets and something interesting in his arm that he was showed to them. And you could always ask a park ranger about anything about their park, and you can hear lots of interesting stories and funny facts. And in such moments, I was like a kid and I was not afraid to ask silly questions like, excuse me, sir, have you ever seen a real bear near you? Oh, yes. There are seasons that you can see lots of bears here. Even you can see a black bear someday. Oh, wow, really? I don't know from where I have this feeling of respect and trust when I talk to a park ranger. I feel like they have some special knowledge that you only can experience when you deeply connect with the nature. They look calm, happy, and possess this spirit of freedom. I feel like being a park ranger is very important job. They not only protect and support natural parks, they educate people about precious opportunity they have to observe and support such unique places. In 2019, more than 300 million people visited sites that are supported by national park services. I feel like support national parks is the part of American culture. And the real national park treasures are the people that are doing what it takes to protect the beauty of US lands. That's why being a park ranger in Ukraine and park ranger in US, it's completely different stories. So the best thing that you can do is to go out and experience the nature, the parks, visit or revisit them, learn more about them, and don't forget to ask rangers silly questions. They love to tell you about their stories. Love national parks and spread the word so everyone knows how important they are. My husband Nick often says that he wants to be a park ranger in US someday, maybe close to retirement, because it's a stretch to become a park ranger after being an engineer at Apple. And Nick helped me with a quote to finish my speech. Someone once said that rangers got their salaries in sunset and sunrises, and maybe there is the most valuable currency there is. I hope someday he will find out if that is true for him. Madam Toastmaster,